Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
The Timberwolves put together a nice half and were rewarded with the solid lead. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Mavericks are in need of some changes at the half. They don't have a single player that can claim double figures in scoring. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Dallas Mavericks.
Game track. Steals.
The Dallas Mavericks have already given up a number of steals in this game, and that's indicative of a careless attitude. That must be corrected immediately if they want to have a chance to win this game. The problem started early, and it didn't improve in the opening quarter.
Player of the half.
Butler did a great job of reading the defense and exploiting the opportunities where he can make the most damage. He's definitely feeling it. Fellas, back to you.
All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. Not a good pass there. T-Wolves have it.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Dallas has it. Sizing up the defense. Smith to Matthews. Lets it fly from long range, and Wesley Matthews, zero hesitation from a pure shooter.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Butler into the front court. His guys lead here early stages third quarter. They get it down for Towns. Shot from the lane won't go.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
Make it hard on him. Nothing easy.
Nowitzki, they work it down to Barnes. Not and slams it down.
In the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
Screen coming. He was hacked. They let it go.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from the... Whoa! Get that out of here!
Message sent, Jay. Butler. Smith with the basketball. The deficit now up to 5. Nowitzki, not that time, he misses.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Dallas owns the basketball, and they call it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Nowitzki to Harrison Barnes. Smith to Matthews. No! Teague with the basketball. Lead stands at 7. To Towns, down low. Slams it down.
In an era where big centers often get devalued, Karl-Anthony Towns is a true foundational player. He can function as a traditional center, but also can show you quick moves around the perimeter and knock down that three-point shot from deep.
Smith now into the front court. He'll run the offense. The shot denied by Towns.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Butler knocks it down.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
Mavericks with the basketball. Smith to Matthews. Probing the defense. Knocked loose. And that'll get out of bounds off one of the Mavericks. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Butler to Taj Gibson.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Okay, they're lucky they get the ball back.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Butler. He shoots. Oh, Butler. Buries the trifecta. There's a toughness he learned under Tibbs at 2 stops, and no question, that rubs off on younger players.
There is something that Jimmy Butler does that no other player in the NBA does. He gets into your psyche. He gets into your head each and every possession. He enjoys the process of the fight. Every single blow. There is a pleasure in the pain.
Turned away by Barnes.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Derrick Rose. He struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
It's the Mavericks right now at the controls. Smith to Jordan. Great feed, sets it up. And it's rejected by Jang.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Can't miss those. To Butler. Rose. And it's Jordan there to handle the rebound. To Barnes. Harrison Barnes. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
A couple of years ago, Harrison Barnes was one of those potential guys when he played with the Golden State Warriors. But he's really came into his own and found his stride as a solid NBA player playing the last 2 years for the Mavericks. He's developed a 19 points per game last season.
The Mavericks signal for timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this 3rd quarter. Rick Carlisle going to make some moves. Dallas with the possession. Driving right to the basket. And he'll go to the foul line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
J.J. Barea at the line. And hits the first free throw. 2 for 2 on that trip. To Wiggins. Good defense there as the Mavs take it away.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Short jumper won't go down. Rose into the front court. Shot clock turned off as they try to extend the lead. That is no good. Very curious shot selection right there. spins and scores.
We got to tell our producer in the truck, you got to tag that highlight.
Deep three at the buzzer. That ends the third quarter. The Timberwolves enjoying the advantage. The Wolves with the basketballs. We start the fourth quarter. And if they were looking good at halftime, Jay, they're really looking good now.
They really turned up that intensity in the third quarter. They were looking to put this game out of reach, and they've come out close to doing it.
Can't get the bounce. Around the perimeter to Butler. Look at the fight for that ball. We'll get a jump. After the tie-up, they'll throw it up and see who gets the possession. Oh, scary stuff from DeAndre Jordan. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Everybody in the building, including myself, thought that pass was going somewhere else. Fool me once? Okay, but you're definitely not fooling me twice.
Harris with it. Down a bundle. From the painted area, won't go down. Throws it up. Oh, blocked away. That'll get out of bounds. Off one of the T-Wolves. Nowitzki. Nice pass to set things up. Runner's good there.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Wiggins to Butler. Down low, Towns. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. Mavericks with the possession. Barnes. That no good. Off the mark. To Towns. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Karl-Anthony Towns at the line. Off the mark on the first free throw. Knocks down the second after missing the first.
Subbing in for Minnesota, number 67, Taj Gibson.
And destroys the rim. That's what DeAndre Jordan does.
DJ, one of the most ferocious dunkers we have in the game today. In fact, only Clint Capella had more dunks than Jordan's 212 last year. Wow.
Butler to Gibson. Scores.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Gets it in the right corner. Barnes to Matthews. Knocked loose. And that'll get out of bounds off one of the Mavericks. Butler to Taj Gibson. Lobs it up. Pass stolen by the Mavericks.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
To Matthews. Lets it fly from beyond the arc.
Knock that down, yo. Knock that down.
Yes, Andrew Wiggins. He's now 4 for 6.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Dallas has it. Drives, but a shot won't go down. Butler to bring it up. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Towns. Slam dunk. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
Barnes.
Make it tough on him. Make it tough on him.
to Brunson. Doesn't get the bounce.
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot. Exploit him.
Missed that one. The defender was all over him. To Gibson. Jimmy Butler for two. He's looking for that touch. Dallas owns the basketball to Brunson.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Jordan. Now a pass stolen by the Timberwolves.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
Jeff T. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
T to Butler. Fires the three, and the rebound comes down to Dallas. Matthews, not a good pass there. T-Wolves have it. Getting dirty. Loose ball on the deck. Oh, good defense there as the Mavs take it away. Here's Barea. His guys down big. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
T buries it on the catch and shoot.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Mavericks with the basketball.
I got ball.
Barnes. To Matthews. Nice pass to set things up.
What a pass. I have no clue how that ball even made it through the traffic.
Pass stolen by the Mavericks. Matthews drills the three. Straight on three. At the buzzer. It's a victory for the Timberwolves as they win this one handily. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Timberwolves put one in the win column with a solid performance. Sometimes a team can hurt itself by being too aggressive on defense, and sometimes a team can guarantee itself a win by using defensive aggression in a focused way, like we saw here today. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Mavericks didn't get the victory they wanted here today. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. Check out the leading scores for the Dallas Mavericks.
Game. Player of the game.
Butler read the defense perfectly, and his teammates reaped the benefits with easy baskets. What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.